8,600. I want to do a shout out to the PCA Bodybuilding Association. Saturday. Last Saturday, we weren't live. We ran a tape. Doc Hall and I were at Ocala at a big bodybuilding contest sponsored by PCA. It was a big hit for our Fortify Performance Nutrition. And a lot of bodybuilders were engaged and learning about the Fortify Fit and all of our super proteins that we have from New Zealand grass-fed cows. Also, in a couple of weeks, we have the Nationals, the PCA Nationals. It's going to be in Ybor City. So we invite all y'all to come on out to the Fortify booth and see what we got going on. All right, let's go to the first phone call of the morning. It's Bob. Bob, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, doctors. What a beautiful Chamber of Commerce day we have in North Central Florida today. Beautiful out here today.
It is gorgeous.
Doctors, I have a question. I am moderately familiar with alpha lipoic acid, and as of late, I have become aware that there's another product called R-lipoic acid. Can either of you please tell me the difference between the two and what difference, of course, they have in the body?
Sure. So alpha lipoic acid actually has two isomers in it. It's got the R form and the S form. Alpha lipoic acid, think of it as an antioxidant, okay? It quenches free radicals. And then RLA, think of that as a cofactor for mitochondrial support, for cellular respiration, to help produce ATP, okay? That's adenosine triphosphate, all right? And so they're similar. There's a lot of studies now, or some new emerging studies, trying to suggest that R-lipoic acid might be a little bit more bioavailable than alpha lipoic acid, but it's also greatly more expensive. It's kind of like cyanocobalamin B12 versus methylcobalamin. Methylcobalamin is more bioavailable, but it's much more expensive. You can use less of it and get the same results. The interesting thing is most of the studies out there are using ALA, alpha lipoic acid, and showing that it's not only a potent antioxidant, it's a good chelating agent. It can help promote glutathione production. It's got anti-inflammatory properties, weight loss properties, and it's good for peripheral neuropathy and diabetics, Alzheimer's patients, dementia. But here's the big take home. When I was developing Fortify Macular Defense and Fortify Complete, we did a lot of research on this, and this is years ago. And there's some really, really good studies that show that the combination of ALA, alpha lipoic acid, with Alcar, all right, acetyl L-carnitine, is kind of the double whammy at making it all absorb and work better together. Then you take it to the next level and you add a little CoQ10. That's what we call the triple whammy of mitochondrial anti-aging. Alcar, acetyl L-carnitine, alpha lipoic acid, and acetyl L-carnitine, and CoQ10. All those three in those ratios, we've actually combined into our Fortify Complete and our Fortify Macular Defense because of all the science promoting the combination works together. So the question is our lipoic acid better than ALA? That's a good question. And is it anywhere near as good as the combination of ALA, Alcar, and CoQ10? I think the jury's still out on that. But basically, lipoic acid is a good antioxidant, and it's good at promoting cellular respiration, aka ATP production. Either one you take, you're going to benefit from it. But Doc Hall has a PhD in clinical nutrition, and I bet you he has some stuff to add to this too as well.
Well, just a little bit. Bob, as you know, I'm involved in some research projects right now involving both of lipoic acids. And we're getting some very good positive feedback all the way around. As listeners know, I'm very much involved in neuropathy research and trying to find a way to get around that as we get older, and for some of the other aspects of that of diabetes and things like that. So I'm involved in that, and that's one of the heavily researched ingredients right now, Bob, that's going on, and of course I give you updates from time to time on what's going on, and I expect some really big things coming up by the end of the year. I really do, because we're looking at very expanded use of both of these. So hang in there with me, and I'll give you some updates, and of course give our audience updates too if they're interested, and they should be, because it may very well be a good positive thing for those suffering from neuropathy ailments and like that. So, but hang in there, Bob. Talk to you soon.
Yep. And Bob, and you obviously are concerned with neuropathies and related to MS and things of this nature for your wife, and for neuropathies for anybody and everybody listening. And there's some pretty good studies with Alcar, which is acetyl L-carnitine, and alpha lipoic acid at reducing nerve pain from neuropathies. And then the other things that we've talked about, obviously the omega-3, NAC, glutathione, even things like taking a hot bath with Epsom salt, exercise, the vibration rate we've discussed. I mean, all these things are natural approaches to neuropathies. Well, now the the restream is acting up again. I see I'm going about 10,000 miles an hour if you look at me. All right, Bob.
Doctors, thank you so much again for your time. Lord willing, we'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
We got a phone ringing in my house here. That's a new one. First time the phone's rang in 30 years inside the actual studio. All right, you're listening to Ask the Doctors, Dr. Richard Hall and Michael Lange. 1-877-969-8600. 1-877-969-8600. I gotta tell you, the guys and gals out in California, Arizona, New Mexico, these guys are really in tune with nutrition. We get a lot of orders on the Fortify website from that area. And it is really pretty amazing how many orders come in on a daily basis, since we've been on some radio shows out in that network, out in that area. But we're in Phoenix, Arizona, Tucson, Arizona, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we're in a few towns in California as well. So we're getting ready to take some more calls here. I do want to mention we've got a few new doctors that are joining the team at the Lange Eye Institute. One is a certified nutritional specialist. Went through the American College of Nutrition with me and Dr. Nathan Schramm years ago at the same time, and became a certified nutritional specialist, then became a fellow of the Ocular Nutrition Society and has all sorts of initials after her name. She's going to be joining the team in about 3 weeks. An amazing optometric physician, great credentials, great personality, and is in tune with nutrition, which is so important. And then we have another doc that's going to be joining our team soon toward the end of the year that's really world famous in fitting scleral lenses, one of the top scleral lens fitters in the world, and going to be joining our team as well. As soon as they sign their contracts, we'll actually go ahead and tell you their names. So it's going to help Dr. Lange and Dr. Caputi and the whole gang at the Lange Eye Institute. It's going to help us out quite a bit. And we're getting ready for the snowbirds to come back. So we'll have a big team in place. Not to mention, we got the world famous retina department upstairs in the Lange Eye Institute with Dr. Tolatino with his own private practice. All right, we're getting ready for the next call. Let's see. I think it's Steve. Steve in Clearwater. Let's see. Okay, Steve. I can hear you, but I hear the dial tone too. We're gonna that. You there, Steve? Nope, lost Steve. And I got a dial tone. And somebody's calling. All right, Steve, give us a call back. 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. Must be a full moon, Dr. Hall.
I'm thinking so. I that, or like you said, that alien ship is hovering over you. So it could be.
So, Doc, we talk about eating lots of fruits and vegetables, and we had a show not too long ago saying if you just ate an additional 3 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, it reduces all types of diseases in the body, the brain and the eyes. And And the problem is eating enough fruits and vegetables. That's one reason we developed the organic blue-green superfood. And I want everybody to look at that. Go to fortify.com, the organic blue-green superfood. It's tons of organic fruits and vegetables, organic adaptogenic mushrooms, as well as some enzymes and probiotics. But talking about fruits and vegetables, a lot of them are just filled with harmful pesticides and all sorts of other things that potentially are not good for our health. And so the dirty dozen, like you said, is fruit